find so many. I still have a bunch here today. And I've been getting mail in droves this last couple of months, especially the last month. And I'll take these letters and get a chance to, to answer them when I get a chance. I promise I'll get to as many as I can. I'm going to try to get to all of them. What's this? Oh, this is an update. Here's a perfect example of one that I just opened and I started to read it. I said, I'm going to read it on air. This is from Philip Casal in Manchester, Connecticut. It's hard to believe how fast the years have gone by, but it's safe to say that there will be plenty of interviews and debates and sports recollections that I will never forget. For example, I remember coming home from high school and watching the show called Mike and the Mad Dog on television, to my mother's chagrin, knowing that instead of her watching Wolf Blitzer in the Situation Room, she would be listening to Friday football picks and tolerating that guy who screams all the time. I remember the Friday afternoons from my college campus in Storrs, Connecticut, back home to New Jersey, and how I actually didn't mind how much traffic there was on the Tappan Zee, that is, until 6:25 came around. I specifically timed my return trip to college to Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock. That's very nice. I remember watching the simulcast on that August 2008 afternoon when it seemed like everything in my sports world had come to an end, when Mike and the Mad Dog did as well. Even my wife, Sarah, who was my girlfriend at the time, remains stunned and recalls that afternoon. While in veterinary school out in Oklahoma, I remember racing back to my mobile park home after my morning lecture ended in time to stream the fan at 12 o'clock as to not miss the first segment of the show. I did that every weekday for 4 years, in part because it was my escape, but also because that's how much I loved the show and how much it meant to me. 15 plus years later, I'm now a small animal veterinarian and author, but remain an avid listener and a devout fan. To this day, I still take my lunch out to my car and start the show on the fan. So even my mom knows that your current show is coming to an end. And for Sarah, well, we still look forward to the Friday football picks in the league where they play for pay. Thank you for blah, 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 blah. That's all nice stuff. You know what? That's a great letter. Thank you, Philip Casal and Sarah Operin. I think that's right, Operin. But thank you. That's a great letter. It really is. That's a fan. Streaming it in Oklahoma in a mobile home. That's a fan. I would say that's a fan. Very nice. Let me update the